Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to do a little experiment, and I wasn't going to film it because I thought, no, nobody really cares. But then I thought, well, maybe it'll be interesting to some people. Now, I can get striations with pretty much, well, all the resins I've used so far, except for the Dalchem. I tried getting striations with it once and it didn't work. So I'm going to try it again and just see if it was user error or whether it's actually the resin. Because it has other good qualities about it, but I have to make sure that I can actually get the striation. So just a little quick demo. Few purples. This is Deep Purple by LeRez. So it's got a little work area here because I haven't got much room today. I've got it on a tile, you see, so I can pick the tile up and move it. A little bit there. Yeah, as I said, I don't need a lot because I'm only doing the one little coaster. It's a 13 centimetre. I've mixed up 150 grams of resin. Wasn't sure exactly how much I needed, but 150. The next one is going to be this Pearl Ex Duo Violet Brass. I want like a toned down purple this time. So a little bit of that. And then some Pearl White, LeRez Pearl White. So I'll go darkest to lightest. And little clear center. Don't need very much really. It's only a little coaster. And then I thought I'll try this. This was a little, it's some of this crushed rock. And I had some leftover resin and I poured some resin and the rock into this little medicine cup, you see. So I'm going to see if I can use that. This is a slightly thicker mold, you see, than the one I normally use. So I thought I'll try that. And then I've got my cup of clear. The bubbles are coming to the surface there. I'll just torch those. The Dalchem Crystal Clear is nice and crystal clear. You have little tiny micro bubbles in it. It's really easy to pop. It's heat resistant to 80 degrees Celsius, which is good. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit off the top of my head, but it's good. Probably made up too much resin. I'll put a little bit more in the purple and the white. Might as well use it up. All right, put that there. Let's mix these in. It's a pretty dark color, isn't it, this one? It's almost like a dark burgundy sort of a color. It's very pretty. And make sure you mix your micas in really well, because if you don't, you'll have little dots of color on the back, on the underside of your coaster, if you don't mix it in. So mix it and then mix the others and then come back and mix again, in case any have sort of come up to the surface. So this one has like a interference sort of a color look to it. Depending on where you're looking at it, it changes color a little bit, has like a bronzy effect to it. Or brass, I think they call it brass, but it's pretty. Okay, and I think I put a little bit more of that in there. And my white. So darkest to lightest. And let's see if we can get some striations, hey? I'm looking for an overall resin that I can just say, yep, that'll do. I can use it for coasters. I can use it for top coats. A lot of top coats, resins will give you a mean bloom or resin blush on top, like an oil slick, and I really don't like that. So I'm looking for a resin that's heat resistant, gives good striations, doesn't do the resin blush. I'm not asking for a lot, am I? I wonder if I need a bit more of that in there. It's a big coaster. I need to go all the way around the edge. Put a little bit more in. So yeah, so that's what I'm looking for. And also one that's not too bubbly, you know. It's got to have good bubble release, otherwise there's no point doing resin if you're just going to have lots of bubbles in it, is there? No. Oh, look at that. Perfect amount. Just right. I don't mind if it doesn't fill the coaster. I can always do a top coat later. Right, that's that one. Now, let's do a little bit of, oops, not that one. Let's do a little bit of clear, just on the inside of that. Because the clear, I think, helps to give some really pretty striations. Now, it's a pretty thick resin, this one. So it's not as flowy as the others. And the others kind of flow into each other and create, you know, those pretty striations. So we'll see what happens with this one being thicker. I'll just pour all that in. And then my white. Pour that in on top. Hope it works. I mean, it's not a lot of resin to waste, but still, I don't like wasting resin. But you can see how thick the resin is. This is the only resin I've found, the Dalchem, that works really nicely for my 3D flowers, because it is that little bit thicker. So we shall see, we shall see. Okay, now let's put some clear in the middle. Push that all back to the edges. And I'm going to put some more clear in and basically just fill it up to the top, and then I'm going to pop my little purple glass centerpiece in the middle. I've still got some left, so I might as well use it. Pour that in. Might as well fill it up, hey? Because when the resin pushes out, it wants to come back in. All right, let's just pop that in. That's my clear stick. I don't know whether or not it's going to be... Get in there. I don't know whether there's a... It might be too thick. We'll see. Put a little bit of clear over the top just to disguise it, and hopefully it'll have a smooth top. Hopefully my coaster's been filled up enough to accommodate the thickness of that. I'm going to be careful I don't drip into the sides, because then you get like little blobs. That's not attractive. If you drip your resin into the sides. Now I've got a little bit more that I made up just enough, didn't I? Look at that. All right, that looks as if it's covered my little centerpiece nicely. Okay, now I'll torch and just clean my stick off, and I can use it again later on or tomorrow for another pour. Are you in the center? Are you in the center is the question. Kind of. All right, let's torch again. There's hardly any bubbles in there. Looks like a big eyeball, doesn't it? So the test, I guess, now will be, will we get striations or will we not get striations? Let me just get my gloves off and take you down for a close up. And then I'll have to come back in like half an hour and see if it's changed. There we go. Oh, come on, focus now. There we go. There we go. We got some pretty effects from the white there in the center. Hopefully we'll keep that little clear middle. Hopefully it won't all go in over the top, but it kind of looks 3D. See, it looks as if you can see the shadow there, like the top around the edge there, and then it's got, looks like it's a lip, and then there's like a little cave under there where it starts the next layer. It's really weird. So, oh, is that a striation? Are you a striation? Are you striating? Are you? Don't know. It's doing something. Whether or not it's going to do striations, I don't know. As in, you know, those lines. Anyway, we will come back. I'll come back in half an hour or an hour, and we'll see if it's changed, okay? See you then. It's been an hour. Let's have a look. So it has done stuff. It looks furry, doesn't it? I've still got that clear center. Where my little middle thingy was that I made. So like the top hasn't covered it totally, so whether or not it will, I don't know. And you can see the white. It does look very furry to me. It looks like hair, like fur. Doesn't it look like an eyeball? And you can see that duo brass popping in from along the outside there. I don't know that I really like the colours. I don't know that they work all that well together, but it's really, really interesting. Anyway, we'll see what it's like tomorrow when I unmold it. Okay, see you then. Hey guys, I'm back. Right, let's have a look at this. It looks like a little furry creature. So we've got a type of striation, I guess. It's different to, let me grab one of my others. It's different to this. This is a different resin, and you can see this one's got a different effect. So the lines are still coming in, but they've kind of ziggy-zaggy. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a different effect, I guess. And I didn't realize that different resins would give you a different effect. But this one, seriously, looks like fur. Anyway, let's get it out. Hopefully it'll come out. We've got some of that more pale purple coming through on the edges there. I'll try not to aim it at my ring light, which I've got just to the left of me. Oh, look, we've got some transparency. Hello. Now, oh, I've got a little bit of a bit there that I'll need to sand. So this, I must have dropped a couple of drips of clear in there, which is a bit of a shame. I've spoiled that. You got to be really careful. Hey, wipe your cup every time so you don't have any drips. So that circle that I made, that's worked out really nicely, hasn't it? And it was quite thick, so my resin didn't flow over the top, which is lovely. Shall we have a look at the back? Shall we? Shall we? Shall we? Let's do it. Are you ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that. There's all my purple. Okay, well, it's pretty, but it's not as interesting, is it, as the other side? Because we've got that dark purple around the edge, and then we've got the light purple in the middle. Still got the clear center. It's very shiny. Let's have a look a little bit closer. Yeah, I don't know. I always tend to prefer the fronts of my coasters. This one's a lot darker. Like that Duo Brass has really sunk. It's on the back, I think. So anyway, there it is. I'll go and just take a photo of it outside in the sun. And yeah, so I don't know. As far as the Dalchem goes with striations, I think I probably need to test it again on a mica that's not one of these sort of duo interference type resins and see if I can get more of that type of striation, because I do prefer that. So I'll have to do another experiment before I can say whether or not I want to keep using the Dalchem in coasters. All right, thanks for watching, you guys. Hope you enjoyed that, and my little furry friend here. All right, I'll see you for the next video. Bye for now.